That day hasn't changed war. It was a long day of firing and artillery bombardment. That day just changed a few people and saved a few souls. There is an old quote that everyone forgot in these trenches. If you opened your heart, you've lost. But if a person does the same for you, the victory is yours. That day was nothing more than just shooting over a bridge, but at some point unknown Warden soldier saw that he and his enemy couldn't hit each other. Goblin started to mock Blueberry by showing his fist and sometimes with gestures in a strange manner. If you can't kill your opponent, then try to mock him harder. After a few gestures and insults, Blueberry heard a giggle from the enemy. Maybe some of the words were funny in the Messian language, but it was a big surprise. Warden put his rifle on his back and waved his hand. His own comrades looked at him like people look at the madman. They stopped the fire, and soldier jumped down into the river. No one opened fire. Colonial soldier told his own comrades to do the same. Most of their conversation was in gestures, but warriors can speak not only with words and hands. They understood each other and made a salute. Another warden crossed the river too and tried to make contact as well. People were gathering, and strangely, it became easier to breathe in peace. It was a small truce. Medics started first, and it was easier for them. They speak by their actions, and so they started to care about every person around. Soldiers started small conversations about war and frontline life, especially about storm cannon which was shooting on the bridge. It was hard to understand what to do next, but one of the wardens invited people around to do a small fighting competition. Wardens and Colonials step aside to think about such appointment. But then fight started and almost got ended, cause one of the new calls thought that it was a trap and ran towards the fighters with a bayonet. He got stopped by his comrades, thank God Almighty. And after this misunderstanding ended, 3 people started to have fun. They were having a muscle competition, despite the fact that some pals didn't want to be held on shoulders like princes. Also mocking fights. Even the person in pillboxes ceased their fire. But of course the main show was a boxing competition. With a few bottles of good Messian wine, Wardens on the other hand brought flasks with strong, clear moonshine. The crowd was happy. People were cheering, laughing, and people couldn't hear any cannons or fire. But the sounds of 3 people. Humans were drinking for life, themselves, and everyone forgot about Callahan, Theamara, and other nonsense of this celebration of life itself. After a few fights, one of the wardens came with a good idea. Small detail, but very splendid. They ended, and night came to rule over the lands. Boom! For a moment, everyone went silent and looked at the sky. It was a flare. Usually it's better to stay in its light, you're like a training dummy, but not tonight. Tonight, people were screaming like wolves and were laughing. It was a great symbol of this small truce. Flare of the truce at Endless Shore on River Styx between Enduring Quake and Iron Junction. But tomorrow, everything will be the same. War will come back, and this fragile moment will be buried under strong artillery fire. But until morning, nothing will make any of these men shoot, harm, or even call another person an enemy. For now, they are free of this hell. 345 days have already passed, and only this day and night reminded them that life still has a lot of secrets and something that everyone in this world have already forgotten. But Let's just enjoy this beautiful night, at least for now.